What's up, everybody? Welcome to Eagles Halftime Live. Eagles up 10-3. Joining me, my man Shane. And for the first time in what feels like forever, the Eagles have a lead at halftime. Shane, we did it.
I don't know what to do right now. We're supposed to rant about the first half and talk about how the Eagles can bounce back in the second half. And it's been so long since we've done a halftime show with a lead. I don't even know what to say.
Yeah. Where do we even begin? We got to start with the Eagles offense, which for the first time in weeks, we're owning the trenches. We saw a little more RPO from Hurts, design runs. We saw some quick routes. We saw some post routes with A.J. Brown, and the Eagles offense was clicking on all cylinders. That first drive by the Philadelphia Eagles was arguably the best drive we have seen from the Birds in quite some time. Then things kind of sputtered a bit into that second quarter. But Shane, what was your overall take on this offense?
Yeah, I thought the offense looked good. That first drive was masterful. It was old school Eagles football. You take 8.5 minutes off the board. They come back and they get the long field goal drive on the third possession and kind of a garbage penalty, in my opinion, on Jason Kelce. Makes you have to settle for a field goal there. And of course, then they give up the long field goal drive, and they had two instances in 2-minute drill situations where they've really struggled all season that I think makes people probably feel worse about the offense than they should. I think people are going to look at, Dallas put up 38. The Eagles only have 10 at halftime, but the Eagles really only have 3 normal drives. And then there were the 2-minute drill drives, which is, granted, that's something they need to be better at. They've struggled at, but 2 of 3 drives without that time constraint. Everybody wants to yell, run the ball. You can't do that in 2-minute drills. 2 of your 3 drives, you've gone the length of the field. So I think the offense has looked really good so far.
I think I saw first time this season, the Eagles offense had 2 drives of 15 plays or more. So there is that. And then there are the bad side, where I feel like the Eagles were doing a pretty good job in the trenches. And then second quarter comes and pass, as we've seen from Brian Johnson over and over and over again. Let's roll to the defense, holding the Seattle Seahawks to just 3 points, man. Some really notable plays, mostly Kelee Ringo. Let's talk about Ringo, who has, I think, looked very good. Quick thoughts on Kelee Ringo.
Yeah, I expect it. Now, obviously, Drew Lock versus Geno Smith, so take it with a grain of salt, but I expected him to have some rough moments in coverage in this game, and I think he's looked really good. 2 plays in particular that stick out to me is his play in run defense out on the edge where he hit, I think it was Kenneth Walker on that play, and then Sidney Brown hit him as well going out of bounds. And then you have it was either a second or third down on when the Seahawks settled for a field goal, and he was off and it would have been a completed pass, but he did a really good job as he wrapped him up punching the ball out. And so, good play on the ball there, collisions that knocks it out. Ringo has looked good. I would have expected there to be some more growing pains, and we're only halfway through the game, but so far he looks really good out there.
Yeah, let's go to some comments, guys. If you're watching us live, please be sure to let us know your thoughts on this one. Chase says, need to put this team away in the second half. The Seahawks do get the ball first in the third quarter. D Mastermind says, got to get Frank to run this offense. The rookie coordinator just wasn't made for this moment yet. Can still run on O, but love the changes on D so far, minus the Reddit coverage drop. Always. Defense playing better. For sure. Steve says terrible offensive play calling. Shane, we see, is this the most motion we have seen from the Eagles in a half?
Yeah, that's one of the things I liked so much about that first drive. They were using motion. They were attacking the perimeter with running back swing passes. They were attacking the middle. Really good. I don't know why everybody's upset with the offensive play calling. I think it's been fantastic. Yep. I mean, touchdown on the first drive. We covered that. Second drive, Jalen Hurts false starts, and you end up going 3 and out. third drive, you go the length of the field, and then we're in 2-minute drill. Like, I don't know what people want. I think the offensive play calling has been great.
Yep. Rufus says, lead at halftime and the boys are hyped. Damn, I missed this. It's been a while, Rufus. It's been a while since we've been doing this. What happened to the D-line? Josh Sweat had that huge tackle for loss in the first quarter, but outside of that, they're really not doing much. Any thoughts on the pass rush, Shane?
Yeah, I feel like there's been, and of course Josh Sweat said it, almost isn't good enough. It feels like there's been a few near misses. It also feels like Drew Lock's got the ball out really fast. His average depth of target's 4 yards. So Lock's trying to get the ball out fast, which is certainly impacting that. And that's okay. Like, you're okay with that when you've got your corners up challenging those routes and you're not just conceding them. And so that's not as big of a deal if you're going to go up and challenge receivers, in my opinion.
Chase says Keeley has looked awesome. Who did he hit? Was that Walker? He hit on the sideline.
It was Walker or Charbonnet. I don't remember who it was.
I don't remember either. Anthony chimes in. Brian Johnson needs to be fired. Steven says Ringo is good in the red zone, no question. Before the 20s, we don't know yet. Anthony says the defense is playing well. Blitzed on that 3rd and 9. That was interesting. When's the last time we saw an effective blitz, Shane?
I don't know. Probably the last time they rushed more than 5. Like that's been my thing. Stop rushing 5, send 6 or send 4, and they sent 6 on that one. And had Reed Blankenship diving down on, I think it was JSN. I can't remember now. I think it was JSN and breaks that pass, or he didn't break it up, but he tackles him immediately, getting aggressive down in the red zone, and it paid off.
Yep, absolutely. DePaul says, finally nice to talk about the Eagles with a lead at halftime. Where is Rashad Penny? I mean, even Gainwell's getting way more touches today. I don't know. It seems like the RPO is working a little bit more than it has been lately, which is why you want Gainwell in there. Any thoughts?
Yeah, I thought they did a good job running. The offensive line has done a lot better job. I think Hurts has been a lot cleaner with his reads. And you can tell that he's just not all the way there physically. Illness, knee injury, all that combined. Like, there was the one where he had the clear pull and get to the corner. And like last year, that would have been a 20+ yard gain. And this year he's barely getting to the first down marker, but that's fine. Like, that's still enough to make the defense, keep the defense honest. So I like to see that.
Rodrigo says, need to dial some run back screens, enough with the wide receiver screens behind the line of scrimmage. I somewhat disagree. Like, we're seeing some slants. We're seeing this Eagles offense kind of challenge the defense to make them going left and right, and I feel like that's opened up some holes up the middle. I want to see more of that. I'm good with that. Booby Coxhurt says they got away from the run and went back to the same calls that weren't working. Let's look at some team stats real quick before we head to wrap this thing up. The Eagles so far have 7 rushing first downs. Shane, they had 8 the last 2 games against the Niners and the Cowboys. So good to see them get the ball, get the chains moving in that area. 40 plays versus the Seahawks 23. Time of possession was like significantly in the Eagles' favor until that one drive by the Seahawks, but still 18 minutes compared to the Seahawks 11, 90 rushing yards compared to the Seahawks 26. What do you foresee in this second half?
I think you'll get more of the same. Like, you don't really fear Drew Lock. The Seahawks have a lot of weapons, and so they can put points up in bunches, but Drew Lock is that weak link. I think you continue to try to pressure him and play tight coverage on these receivers, make him make those difficult throws, and you just don't think he's going to be able to do that 4 or 5 times in a drive. Offensively, I think they'll get back to running the ball. I think the only reason they stopped was it was inside the 2-minute warning. So I would expect to see a fairly fast-paced second half again, running clock, just grinding it out. Hopefully keeping that time of possession very lopsided in the Eagles' favor.
There's the stat of the game so far, Shane. The Seahawks on third freaking down are 3 for 7. The Eagles are finally getting the Seahawks in third and longs and winning the third down battle for, I feel like, the first time in forever.
Yeah, it's really nice. I tweeted out the first when they got that first third down stop. I was like, the Eagles got off the field on third down. That doesn't happen very often.
No.
It's happened more often than not tonight, and that's really nice to see.
All right. Couple more comments. Venom says Julio Jones sighting. Brandon Apter, what's going on, man? Thanks for joining. Long time no see. Play design is just not creative. The offense is bland. I agree, but I feel like the Eagles are trying some things so far in this first half, and I want to see more of it. Steven says, I think those wide receiver hitch screens may open up the run. I agree. Shane, wrap it up. Third quarter's underway. Where can we find you?
Yeah, you can follow me on Twitter at ShaneHalfNFL. I'm live tweeting the game, and I'll be live on the BG and Instant Reaction show afterwards.
All right, guys. We'll see you at postgame. He is Shane Half. Give him a follow at Shane Half NFL. We'll see you at postgame. Stay awesome, everyone.